Hi, welcome to the F1 Time Portal. Today, we're sharing our POV on the 2025 Brazilian Grand Prix. I'm your host, Luigi.
And I'm your host, Nacho. So let's go.
Well, there you go. Another great Brazilian Grand Prix.
Oh, man, it always delivers. It's my favorite race in the entire calendar.
Yeah,
Hands
it was,
down.
we didn't quite get the rain that they expected, you
Yeah,
know?
but and to be honest, like, I thought like Brazil was always delivering because of the rain,
Yeah.
but the main race like proved that that's not the case. Like, it's just like a really good track.
Yeah, it's like well designed and reasonable runoff and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I agree. It's a track I'd love to go to one day with lots of security.
Yes. Yeah, the fans are crazy there.
Yeah, but yeah, shall we start talking about what we thought of what we experienced?
Yeah.
Because then we'll get into the details of why we like the race, right? So the race that you forgot about, the Brazil Sprint.
Oh,
Now, you're a fan of the sprint, aren't you?
Oh, I love sprints. To be honest, I think the best thing is like first teams don't get to like get the cars like super fine tuned. Like the perfect example is Max, right? This is the first time he misses SQ3, right?
Yeah.
And this is probably because they didn't have enough practice, right?
Yeah.
Which in the end led to this amazing like pit to third in the race. I mean, and who wants to see like 2 hours or 3 hours of just practice? Like, why? I'm keen to see all sprint races.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm a convert yet because not all of them have been. Like, this sprint was okay. It wasn't that great. The race was great, but the sprint was all right. But
how
I don't know. I'm just not
beat...
convinced. It's not because I'm old school. It's not that. It's just that what you're talking about there, Nacho, is the randomness that comes into it because the lack of data creates that variability, right?
Yeah.
So why not do the reverse grid or something like that?
I'm in.
Yeah,
reverse grid. I'm converted for anything that like goes against like a boring race where like the first car like always wins, right?
Oh, that's kind. They're going to invite you. You're good. This is a great career path for you because the FIA is going to say, "Get that Nacho guy. We need him to work at the FIA now." He says yes to every idea.
Yeah. I mean, what can you lose? Like, it's not like that. I mean, with the new regulations, kind of like probably will help a bit because of the drag and the less aerodynamics. But I mean, you don't want races where like whoever goes pole wins every single time, right?
Or that this year's like that. This is like they're calling it the qualifying championship.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, it was this whole regulations. Let's be honest, right?
Well, they worked initially, then they fell away.
Yeah. Well, because teams are smart, right?
Yeah.
And they start. But anyway,
the budget cap hasn't stopped us. But you know what I was going to mention about hasn't helped us, I mean, because I thought the budget cap was meant to help that, but it's not doing that. You know, one thing that stood out to me before the race weekend started, I was going to mention, I really don't like what the Williams car looks like now. It looks terrible.
The old gold like livery was it? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It didn't work for me. Like, I've seen McLaren do the old, was it golf as well for them? Can't remember who it was,
so.
But maybe it was just the way they had the color proportions.
I was confused with the Alpine cars all the time.
With the Williams and the Alpines, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, they were crashing into each other anyway. Or
Yeah.
Well, talking about Alpine, that's one of the surprising things.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Like Gasly, what?
Yeah.
Qualifying 8th.
Yeah, and like as an old school Gasly, you know, when he used to qualify 4th and 5th, in the Red Bull, or not the Red Bull, the Racing Bulls or Toro Rosso, whatever they were called when he was there.
But on an Alpine, right? Like, where did this pace come from? Like,
I know, it's great. And I mean, he finished, what was it? I'm just trying to look where he finished. 10th.
So
that car by far is the worst car of the season. Like, it's nowhere near 9th, you know?
Yeah. And he got points in the sprint and the race.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Just the weekend, like, that Colapinto got signed and so on, and then Gasly just pulls this one, like, out of the hat.
He's showing his value, but Colapinto's sort of not shining as much, though. Still.
I mean, last few races he's beaten Gasly, right? So I think there's still this. I mean, I'm Argentinian. I'm still not a huge fan of Colapinto, but I think there's still like this lingering conception of how bad a driver he is because of the first few races of the season. But these last few ones, like, he's been kind of beating Gasly, like a very experienced driver, on qualifying, on race.
You know, it's funny you say that, because a lot of the rookies are really having moments of killing their teammates for a period of time. Like Behrman has been owning Ocon for a little while now, and the Brazilian guy that had a bad race, what's his name? Bortoleto. He owned Hulk for a little while. After Hulk got that podium, Bortoleto got the next 4 or 5 races in a row or something. You know, like, Hulk just disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's like these rookies are starting to come alive, aren't they?
Come on, like, look at Kimi. Like, this is an insane result, right?
Yeah, the biggest example, I didn't even say anything about that one. Yeah, I was mentioning the midfield guys, but I was going to mention quickly before we move on through to the race, just a couple of comments about, you know, the I'm sure you remember the spin that Piastri did in the sprint race.
Oh, yeah.
Have any comments on that?
I mean, that's so tricky, right? Like, always when it rains, just you go tiny bit on the curve, and that's what happens, right? And the funny thing is, like, there was the 3 cars that did the same thing at the right moment. So I don't know, like, how, like, you're trying to catch up to your teammate or pass cars, and you're trying to get the best line possible, and just this tiny bit of water that just throws your race off, right?
Well, it's funny because they showed, was it Lando Norris? He went on that curb good and proper, and it was the ones that went a bit more gentler on the curb that got punished. And who would have thought? You'd have thought if you go right on the curb, you're taking more of a risk. But no, it's in the middle when it's rainy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that particular moment was so sad for me. Like, we were having a conversation off the podcast, right? Like, that I'm never invested in any one driver. I'm quite neutral, so I can enjoy the sport. But I've been like cheering for Oscar. And that spin was like, okay, that's the nail in the coffin. Like,
it wasn't good, was it? Psychologically, confidence.
Yeah. I mean, even for me, right? I was so depressed. I was like, why am I depressed for this guy that is earning billions of dollars? Why am I sad? Like, why is this affecting me, right? But I guess after the race, I was like, okay, like, you know, like, now it's over. So
it's looking not good is basically what's happening, isn't it? So
but like, Nando, like, has to DNF, and he's still ahead, right?
Yeah, it's got a 20. What's his lead now? It's over 25 now. He's got a race in hand.
Yeah.
So it's been fascinating in that regard. And I mean, we'll talk about Piastri when we get to the race, but yeah, he was pretty lackluster. The sprint race, he made an error. But I mean, unfortunate error, but not all 20 drivers spun on that corner. You know what I mean?
No, just 3 at the same time.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, so, but how can you control these things?
Sorry?
How can you control these things? Like,
I know, but it's like, why did it have to be him and the next 2, but the rest of the cars they probably were slowing down because of what was going on in front of them, so they probably got saved. Yeah, I guess if it was an infinity wall and they spun off and then went into infinity, the other 16 cars would have all done the same thing because they don't know that that's what happens if you touch the curb.
Yeah.
Oh, so about qualifying, any comments from you about qualifying?
I think qualifying was quite interesting because the grid was really mixed, right? Like when it was literally like a fruit pie. If you look at the teams that were up there, like it was really, really a good mix. And I think lately, if you look at the last few races, it has been like this, right? Like you have like Hasses, like Racing Bulls, like even like some stakes, like all of a sudden can be there in the top 6 cars, whereas at the beginning of the season it was like that local, like McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull, well, not Red Bull, Max, and the Mercs, right? And then nobody could just get into those like top eight spots. And nowadays, like in the last few races, it's very exciting because you see like like Ollie Behrman, like a rookie, or Kimi, you know, getting there like and fighting for like almost podiums, right? So it's the sad thing about like, I mean, I want these regulations to end because I feel like they're horrible. But that's the sad thing about like the last year of the regulation cycle, because the teams like really like bunch up together, right? So then you get things, right? In the what will happen next year and probably the next 2-3 years is probably the team that gets it right off the bat. They're gonna dominate for 3 years until all the other teams copy them and catch up. And then
which is what Mercedes did in 2014. Yeah.
You know, so I think that's the thing that stood out more. And Max, like,
well, yeah. Do you know that I mean, I know it was stated in the broadcast, but it was the first time since 2006 when both Red Bulls were out in Q1.
Oh, wow. And I think it was the first time like Max goes out in Q1 because of pace. Ever.
Oh, yeah, because I think 2021 was the last time he was out in Q1, but it was, probably an engine or car issue. But you're right. I don't know when it was based on pace.
Flag.
Yeah.
But I mean, on the one hand, it's like, oh, he probably could have won the race if he was like further up or not, because then he wouldn't have had the setup change, the new engine, right?
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, it wouldn't have been as exciting. Like just seeing him like going through the pack, like just flying. And then the question goes like, do you think it was right to do that last change of tires?
Yeah, right? Versus staying out.
Yeah, staying out and defending.
What would you have done? Because I have a view. I think he did the right thing, because who knows what that car was going to do? Like, was it going to go? Like, let's face it, they were maybe a little bit lucky that the car he was criticizing that car all the way up to that race, right? And it was the biggest piece of crap and all this and that. And what were the chances the car was going to stay with that pace as the fuel load lightened, as the tires lost their grip? It may have gone back to what it was, and he may have hit a cliff. I think it was too risky. Fresh tires offsets that variability. I would have gone for the fresh tires if I was him, because he's a charger. He's good at that.
Yeah, you say that, but he's also probably the best defender in the grid, right? So, I was
against
listening.
Against Norris. Yeah, good point.
I was listening. Apparently, the tire deficit between Norris and him was like only 6 or 7 laps in terms of tires, if he would have stayed on those mediums. Yeah. So my point of view is like, I can understand they have simulations and they have computers that are smarter than me, right? so it is my, I don't know anything about how things work opinion.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been much more exciting for him to stay there first
for
place
us.
and Lando be like, what do I do? Do I risk it? Because Max has nothing to lose, right? Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, what does it
if you
matter
pass me,
for
I'll
Red
take
Bull?
you out and you'll lose it to Piastri, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like in Max's position, right? Like if you're trying to win the championship, right? Your best chance is to finish first, right?
Yeah. And
It
you know
doesn't
what?
matter if you're finishing 5th or 6th because you already lost, like unless you've beaten him, right? So my view is like, just let, I believe probably Lando would have passed like on the straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at least like give it a chance. Like there was no way he was going to pass. He was going to finish first if he did the tire change.
If he did the pit. Yeah. The thing is, I'm still I still think he did the right thing, but I agree with you. It would have been much more fun. And knowing Max in hindsight, yeah, it was Norris. And he would have had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
You know, it was a little jink here and there. And Norris is like, okay, I'm just building my lead up on Piastri now. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, the psychology was a missed opportunity.
Yeah. And the crash, we just wanted to see the crash. Right?
Yeah, it definitely. I actually don't think they would have crashed. I think Norris would have. Norris would have just slotted in. He would have slotted in. Yeah. So in that regard, Norris would have only gone for it if he really, really had that confidence.
Yeah.
And he does seem very confident now.
Now he does, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if you think about it, like, to be honest, Lando should have been ahead in points if it wasn't for that. I think he had a DNF and another.
Like, yeah. So, and he crashed himself out from behind Piastri at Canada, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can say the same thing with Oscar, right? But I feel like
Lando's been a bit unluckier.
Yeah, and even though
although he was given the win at Britain, that was dodgy, and he let him pass. Our pit stop was slow. I mean, those things are not Lando's fault.
Yeah. and he's winning by more than the points that he would have had. Like, you don't never know like what the moral impact and psychological impact of that has on a driver, right? But, I mean, I'm not particularly a Lando fan. Like, if you ask me now, I prefer Max to win it, even though I wasn't a Max fan, to be honest. But
you've become one.
I've become, like, to be honest, like now I'm like, this guy he's off world, like he's an alien, right? Like,
he's definitely at the moment one of the best. He's probably the best driver out there. You put him in the McLaren, I think he'd be faster than Norris and Piastri right now.
Oh, and I think it will be by a margin, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's funny that I was listening to a podcast and they were saying like, well, it was with this the guy from Haas. What's his name?
Hulkenberg?
No,
Gunther.
Gunther. Yeah, Gunther.
Yeah.
He was saying like the car has such a big impact on the formula. It's like the worst Formula One driver can win races on the best car.
Yeah.
But the best Formula One driver cannot win races on the worst car, right?
Yeah.
So, and then you can see this with the Red Bull, right? Like it's clearly a really, really fast car, right? And it's not like Yuki is bad, right? But the car does make a difference, right?
It's 80% the car, I'd say. Yeah. And that's why it's about being the best driver in the middle and lower teams to get the drive in the top team.
Yeah.
And then you have to be a bit lucky maybe to be in the top team that's in form versus say Ferrari.
Yeah. I still think Oscar, I mean, now he's probably like sad, but in the end, like he did that move from Alpine to McLaren.
Yeah.
Like in a couple of years at least he might look at back and say, okay, at least I got to fight for a championship, right? So
oh yeah, I mean, otherwise look where Gasly is now. That's where Piastri would be. Yeah, we'd be like wondering how long he's going to keep his drive for, and because he's new versus Gasly that's established. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to the race, I was going to. What did you think of the incident between Piastri and Antonelli on that corner?
It broke my heart.
More than the spin-off in the sprint race.
I think more because this was like the last nail in the coffin. Like,
yeah.
Like he knew. I was like, okay. I was like, 10-second penalty. Like he was not gonna beat Lando, right?
Yeah,
but at least second place. Anyway, my view is, according to regulations, yes, he has a 10-second penalty. I wish the racing rules were not like this, though. Like in the sense that I think the racing rules should be like, you always have to leave space for anybody on your end, rather like if it's like wheel to wheel or whatever. Like if not, like nobody's gonna try to do anything, right? Like and like how do you, like, I'm sure Antonelli knew Oscar.
Someone's got to be there.
Yeah,
you know,
they're always gonna be there. So like,
well, he had a slow start. That's he enabled them to be there, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think it's like a 50-50 in terms of like responsibility between Antonelli and
I think it was a racing incident, and it's not because I'm biased. I'm very comfortable to have a go at the Aussies too. It's not, I don't have that in me, and I just don't think he was. That 10-second penalty implies he was like 95% at fault or 90% at fault, you know, but I would say it's maybe, like you said, closer to 50-50. And weren't they letting the first few corners off from these 50-50 issues, like what you just said? Otherwise, people would be too scared to make a move all the time because, do I own the apex? Do I not? Oh, I've locked my wheel. That looks like I've lost control when I'm really in control. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if I were Charles, I would have like cut the corner directly. You know, like,
I mean,
do a Mexico again. I'm like, oh, sorry, like I was gonna crash.
And what he did in Mexico was dodgy. I talked about this in the last episode with Rosa. We didn't explain why Rosa's not here. Rosa's currently dealing with some family matters. So thank you, Nacho, for filling in for Rosa. So I'm mentioning it like 20-something minutes into the podcast.
I'm so happy. Like I feel sorry for Rosa, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for filling in. And at the end of the day, those of you that don't know, Nacho is a regular in our TP Championship episodes. He's the one that has done it. He opened my mind up of you can pick any driver for any race, even when they're long retired.
Exactly.
So you can still pick them. But do you remember there was also something I was going to mention about the Tsunoda penalty? Did you notice the penalty he got?
The second one?
The second one, the 10-second penalty for not, what was the wording? Not correctly completing the first one.
Yeah.
That just sucks. We've seen that happen a couple of times now, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, it was not going to change his race. But what was that Haas driver that used to get all the penalties? Like, he's retired now.
Roman Grosjean?
No, the one after.
The Danish driver.
Yeah, the Danish Magnussen. He did a Magnussen, right? Like,
yeah.
Like just trying to collect as many. I mean, it's not his fault, right? Like, but I mean, you have to penalize these kind of things because if not, like, teams like would take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Is it a 10-second penalty again? Oh, that's so harsh. But
it's life, right? Because it got touched. It was
Yeah,
touched
yeah,
apparently. So
yeah.
that's the
It's
way it goes, isn't it?
now I think the other kind of big one of the race, well, not the race, sorry, the sprint, it was Bortoletto's crash. Man,
Oh
like the
yeah.
replays on that one, like you're like, it brought me back
Mm.
to the one,
The Mika
Joe one,
Hakkinen.
no, the Joe one new one. Remember
Oh,
in
in Britain when he went
Silverstone?
upside down?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like my gut reaction was like, this is
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
and you could see in the replay, like his Bortoletto's car is just going almost over another car, It's like,
Yeah.
and it's,
And air is the worst thing. Air
yeah,
is like nothing scrubbing the speed off, So it reminded me of the Mika Hakkinen accident. I remember seeing him in Adelaide when he went off 1995, I think. That was horrific to see live because his car went off in the air, hit the barriers. He had to have a tracheotomy at the track, on the side of the track to stay alive.
that's crazy.
So,
But what's crazy is like he walked out. Like he had like probably one of the worst crashes I've seen in a while. And
yeah.
the guy like walked out, right? Like it's incredible how like safety has become so good. And thank God,
Mm.
right? Because you don't want like,
Yeah, yeah,
this is a show, like this is a sport, right? And
yeah,
these the drivers are really risking their lives, right?
yeah, yeah,
And so safety first is it's a good thing for this kind of racing, right?
yeah.
But that was scary. Now the
Do
other
you remember? Do
crash,
you remember what happened on lap 48?
lap 48. What was that? No,
Nacho, don't shout at me, okay?
what was that?
Do you not remember it? It was, to me, it was one of the standouts of the race. Okay, there are some people that are
Oh
thinking I've gone
yeah,
crazy.
No, no,
Yeah,
yeah. And this was the
Hadjar.
Haja, yes.
That mechanic, or not mechanic, is his engineer, right? His engineer could not have spoken in a more level, soft tone.
But those
And
drivers, right? Like they
when
always get
Hadjar
so
said
angry.
that, I was like, has Hadjar got is his volume on like 50 out of 10? You know what I mean?
No. But they always have like these kind of reactions, like they're like stressed or something like this, and
Yeah, yeah,
but I mean the team radios are the best.
yeah.
But in saying that, like the TV direction this time around was epic.
Yeah, they had the multiple, what do they call them? Picture in picture? Something like
Yeah,
that, right? Yeah, that
that
was
was
great.
like I think the only one that we really missed was like when I think like an overtake between Alonso and Charles. I think we at the beginning of the race, but then
Yeah.
after that, like it
Mm,
was point and point, especially at the end, right? Like I like
yeah,
how like they showed like Lando crossing the line, but like that was one
yeah.
second, and then they went back to the
It was,
action.
yeah. And while he was crossing the line, they made sure we could still see it. And that's really good because that's when you see the most desperate things happen because they
Yeah,
know they've got the last lap, the last corner, the last, the last straight, the back straight, the last chance to pass and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it was a big improvement. We have had some big misses though. Like, was it 2 races ago? Was it Mexico or the race before where we saw the girlfriends all the time? That was
yeah.
ridiculous.
But I think they're listening, right? I guess they have to like this kind of things like shows that they're listening. I'm guessing.
I think people make enough memes about it that they were like, this is embarrassing,
Power to the people.
Yeah.
Uh,
The only other thing I was going to say about the race, other than what we've already talked about, like obviously we've talked about Max, an amazing drive, Lando, really good drive, Antonelli, good drive. But what I'm amazed at was the result because, like you said earlier about the qualifying, you've got the top 4 teams. They sort of own the top 8 positions, or they should, except for Sonoda, right? So it's at least 7 or 8 spots that should be taken every race. And Mike, if you look at the people who got points in this race, it's a real mixed bag.
yeah. Well, I mean, Ferrari being Ferrari and having the worst luck ever.
Yeah.
Like that's two of the top teams out, right? Like so
Yeah.
that
Well,
like DNF.
five. Yes. Sorry, go on, Nacho.
No, I'm just saying like DNF, like of the top teams, double
Yeah.
DNF of the top teams that opens up. But even that, like I think like Bellman and
Mm.
like even I think Lawson got a really good
Yeah,
result also.
he was seventh. Yeah, Behrman sixth.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was like I said, like the end of the regulations are always the best races. And
Yeah.
also Brazil. I would have every race be Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do Brazil forwards, backwards,
Reverse
sprint
grading.
wave. Yeah, sprint waves. Yeah, reverse grid forwards, reverse grid backwards. And then you have the sprinklers, to like
Yeah.
put the water on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so and Lawson, one thing that I didn't realize this till after, that Lawson, who ended up coming seventh, he did 52 laps on the medium tire. That's pretty remarkable.
Is that what
So,
Oscar should have done?
Oscar was a bit lackluster in the race, wasn't he? Like, considering the pace that Lando had in hand, Oscar, even with the 10-second penalty, I think he should have been on the podium. But he was beaten by three drivers that were clearly better. And George Russell, I'm just saying, Piastri just let that one slip. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he should have been fourth at the very least, I think. But that's the way it goes.
Well,
so any final words? Any final thoughts? Are you fairly confident that Lando's got this championship? Do you think Piastri can come back? Or Max?
The only way if this becomes anything else than a Lando win is if he DNFs. Like I don't think if he's driving so well, right?
Yeah.
He's been like so dominant in the last few races. I think Max can still win a race, maybe. Like he probably would have won this one. Like let's say if he had next race he'll have the new engine still, no penalties, like so I think Max can still win a race.
Yeah.
But I don't think Oscar will make it unless Lando crashes.
Yeah, okay. We shall see.
We shall. Where are you putting your money?
Unfortunately, I'm saying I think Lando's got it now. I think he's confident, and I think he's in the position now where he can finish behind Oscar for the rest of the season and still win the championship. The last time I saw that happen, it happened. It was 2016. Remember, Rosberg just kept sitting behind Hamilton every race, and he knew all he had to do was finish second in every race for the last 4 or 5 races, and that's exactly what he did. He sat second behind Hamilton every single race and won the championship. So when you're in that position, that's a powerful position,
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for helping out and joining us tonight, Nacho. And it was good fun talking to you. So, we'd love to have you back again.
Anytime.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.